Today, the FDA authorized the updated COVID vaccine for kids as young as 6 months old.
And here to answer your questions is Dr. Kristen Moffitt, infectious disease specialist at Boston Children's Hospital. Dr. Moffitt, it's great to see you.
Yep.
6
Good to
months.
see you too.
I'm going to repeat that. 6 months old. They're not talking about the shot, by the way, as a booster. Obviously, they want to make it part of a kid's initial shots. So I'll ask basically, why is that important?
Yeah, so it differs a little bit depending on whether that child under 5 received the Pfizer primary series or the Moderna primary series. If you'll recall, for the under 5s, the Pfizer primary series is a 3-dose series, whereas the Moderna is only a 2-dose series. So it's pretty straightforward for Moderna. Children who receive the 2-dose Moderna series can get the bivalent Moderna booster if it's been at least 2 months since their last vaccine. But for the Pfizer series, they've authorized the bivalent Pfizer booster for children who got the first 2 doses, but not the 3rd dose yet. And that's because they feel that children who've had 3 doses of that primary series should still have very good protection against severe infection. And because they won't have safety data on that bivalent booster dose in these children who'd had 3 doses at this age until another month or so. So we will know more pretty soon.
Am I correct in saying that part of the reasoning, doctor, is to try and keep kids out of already packed pediatric units in hospitals? And I'm not sure where that's happening. So my question to you is, how much of a concern is that right now in Boston, based on what you're seeing?
Yeah, Maria, you're absolutely correct. That is very much where this further push to have children as updated on available vaccines as possible is coming from. Absolutely in Boston, we are feeling what children's hospitals are feeling nationwide, which is a really unbelievable strain on our pediatric inpatient and emergency room resources because of all of the children with respiratory viruses, with RSV, influenza, COVID, and others right now. So really important to prevent severe infections, including ER visits or hospitalizations, with all the vaccines we have available.
Dr. Moffitt, I'm hearing everything that you're saying, but we have vaccine fatigue, and it's not just COVID. For example, more than 50 kids in the state of Ohio were sick after a measles outbreak there. Flu shot rates among kids are still very low. So how do you have those conversations with parents? What do you say to them right now?
Yeah, I mean, those are really individualized conversations usually because every parent's reasoning for either delaying or avoiding vaccines in their kids tends to be unique to their situation. So what I would tell those parents, I would say, please rely only on vetted sources of information when you're making decisions about vaccines for your children. There's so much other information out there that is frankly just not true. So I would really encourage those parents to have conversations with their pediatricians in which their questions or concerns could be addressed so that they can make the most informed decision possible about vaccinating their children, because vaccines save lives. They don't just save lives of the person who got vaccinated, but there's a lot of indirect benefit to keeping a population level of immunity as high as possible. And we see that in the case of measles outbreaks where those really occur, where enough people have just gone unvaccinated.
That was very well put, Dr. Moffitt. Thank you. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you, doctor.
Sure,
stay well.
Thanks.
To our viewers, if you have any questions that you would like our experts to answer, email them to ask@wcvb.com.